The Sweet 16 turned sour for the Sooners. I'm Barry Tramel, along with OU writer Ryan Aber. We're here in Syracuse, New York, where on Friday night, Oklahoma loses to Michigan State 62-58 in the East Regional semifinals. And Ryan, this was a game that could have gone either way. Michigan State just made a couple of more plays down the stretch.
Yeah, they did. Oklahoma got off to a big lead, but down the stretch in the end, Travis Trice really came up huge for Michigan State, hit some open shots. He was really the only one to hit many open shots all night, and then at the end he was able to nail some free throws to keep the margin in favor of the Spartans. But for Oklahoma, this sort of feels like one that slipped away because they built a double-digit lead in the first half once again and saw it shrink after that and finally let it go about midway through the second half.
Sooners are very good on offense early, made 6 of their first 8 shots, but last 35 minutes, not a lot of open looks, not a lot of makes. The Oklahoma offense just really disintegrated.
Yeah, it was tough for them to get looks at the bucket. In the second half, they really tried to emphasize Tayshaun Thomas down low. That really went away for them over the last few minutes, and they really didn't hit any open jumpers. Buddy Hield hit a 3 that gave the Sooners a little bit of life with a little under 2 minutes left, but that was about it as far as hitting big shots over the last few minutes of this game.
Michigan State came as billed, a very tough team, very good defensive team. Oklahoma held its own on the boards. It seemed like Michigan State got a ton of rebounds and killed Oklahoma, but the Sooners actually matched Michigan State on offensive rebounding, outscored the Spartans 24-17 on second chance points, but OU just couldn't find enough good shots to score enough after that early flurry.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The offense was really tough to come by for the Sooners there at the end, or really after that big start that you said. I mean, Buddy Hield hit some big shots early. Jordan Woodard hit some big shots early. But after that, those really went away, and they really had to grind everything out. Weren't coming by a lot of easy shots, and that's what we thought Michigan State would be like. They were billed as a tough, physical team that played fantastic defense, and tonight they were tough and physical and played great defense.
Well, let's go to the OU interview room, see what the Sooners had to say.
It's a really hard-fought game, and one of those is really tough to lose, but credit Michigan State for doing what they needed to do down the stretch. I thought defensively guys fought their tails off all night, and I thought the second half Michigan State really did some terrific things defensively, got some key offensive rebounds late in the ball game, and converted at the line. But proud of our guys. It's disappointing in the short term, like you can't imagine, but still, this group's worked hard. They've enjoyed being in the gym. They've enjoyed battling for each other. And they've taken some good steps. We've got a long way to go, but again, good fight tonight. Just to credit Michigan State for doing things better down the stretch than we did.
They stepped up a lot, and they take away our flair. Game B's working for us for a little bit, and they just played together as a group, and now they played tough. They got stops when they needed to, and we didn't get stops when we needed to. They just did a better overall job than us. It was just coach, just trusting me to stay aggressive. Felt like I was missing a couple of shots that I normally make.
Sooner season ends in a disappointing fashion, but Ryan, I still think it's a good year for Oklahoma. They proved they belong here. They could have won this game. They could have made the Final Four. Just when you get to this stage, you got to make a couple of plays. They didn't make them, but I think the future's bright.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a team that only loses Tayshaun Thomas and DJ Bennett. Now, Buddy Hield has a big decision to make. Does he come out? Does he stick around for his senior year? But not being projected as a lottery pick right now, you would think the smart bet would be to come back. And if he comes back, then you've got a 7-footer, Colton Manyang, the cousin of Longer, a junior college guy who steps in likely as their starter at center. They've also got Dante Buford, who redshirted. Kadeem Latin is a guy who had a lot of upside. So this is a program that looks to still be on the rise, and they finally broke through this postseason struggles this season. They won 1 in the Big 12 tournament. They won 2 in the NCAA tournament. So that storyline goes away next year, and it's how far can this team go?
All in all, an exciting year for OU basketball. Stay tuned for further Sooner coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.